Hi guys! Today I'm reviewing the Ninja Foodi Power Pitcher System. It comes with the 1200 watt motor base with suction feet, 72 ounce BPA free pitcher, lid, a stacked blade, dough blade, 24 ounce cup and lid, 14 ounce NutriBowl with paddle and lid, blade to be used with the cup and bowl, and a cleaning brush. All attachments are BPA free and dishwasher safe. You'll also get an instruction manual, quick start guide, a card with 2 recipes, nut butter and smoothie bowl, also a recipe book with tips on prepping food and dough, plus more than 15 recipes like pizza dough, smoothie bowls, almond butter, meatballs, cauliflower fried rice, veggie burgers, and drinks like margaritas and ginger orange extract. I'll tell you all about the unit first, and then make a smoothie bowl, nut butter, vegetable smoothie, fruit smoothie, tomato puree, and pizza dough. If you want to get this Ninja, I've put a link right below this video. This unit measures 14.2 inches tall, 8.5 inches wide, and 8.2 inches deep. The cord length is 31.5 inches. The 72 ounce pitcher has a sturdy handle, a max line with a max liquid capacity of 64 ounces. There is a dough max line and a cookie max line. Also, markings in ounces, cups, and milliliters. The NutriBowl is for making nut butters and processing frozen ingredients. Anything that requires stopping and scraping can be made in this bowl. Just twist this paddle manually while blending. This is comparable to a tamper that's included with other blenders. There is a liquid fill line and max fill line. The 24 ounce cup is perfect for making smoothies. It has markings in milliliters and ounces, as well as a max fill line. On the control panel is the power button to turn the unit on and off. There are 6 auto IQ modes that you can choose from. With the pitcher, you can use 5 auto programs: smoothie, spread, bowl, chop, and dough. With the NutriBowl, you can use 4 auto programs: extract, smoothie, spread, and bowl. You don't have to remember that because the unit will automatically light up the programs available when you put either the pitcher or bowl on the base. There is manual mode where you can choose from 10 speeds. Press start to begin and turn the dial to choose the speed. Always start from low and go up to higher speeds depending on what you're blending. There's also a pulse option. Just press and release to chop vegetables. I'll make a smoothie in this 16 ounce cup. I'll put in some frozen pineapple chunks. I love pineapple, so I've always got some in the freezer. Banana. I'm not going to add any sugar because the bananas are going to make the smoothie sweet. And orange juice. Max liquid is up here. Just fill to the max line. Put the blade on. Power button. Choose extract and press start. A timer counts down and the cycle ends automatically. During the cycle, there will be automatic pausing and starting. The speed could also change. The cycle automatically ends. I think I say pretty much the same thing about most Ninjas. It's extremely loud. Unscrew the blade. It's really smooth and well blended. A nice refreshing drink. To make a smoothie bowl, use the Power NutriBowl. There's a liquid fill and a max fill line. So fill your liquid up to number 1 here. I'm just going to use some milk. Of course you can use almond milk, oat milk, coconut milk, soy milk, whatever you'd like. Next you want to add frozen fruit up to the max fill line. And it should be frozen directly from the freezer, not thawed. That's just up to the max fill line. Screw on the blade. You can add nut butters, yogurt, or protein powder if you want. I'll choose bowl. Bowl is selected, and we're just going to press start stop. Remember, you have to twist this paddle continuously. You can see how thick it is. It's very thick, nothing's falling out. I'll scoop this out into a bowl. It's very smooth and creamy, but you will bite into the seeds because I used berries. The smaller seeds are processed, but the bigger ones you'll still bite into. You put some bananas on there, some nuts, and you've got a great smoothie bowl. I'll use the pitcher to make a vegetable smoothie. Put the blade in. I've got carrots, celery, and kale. We'll add the celery and carrots first. Then the kale. I know the tendency is to stick your fingers in here and push things down, but don't do it because, as you can see, there's a blade right up here and it's easy to cut yourself. Next goes the liquid, and then any sticky stuff like nut butters or powders or seeds, and then ice or frozen ingredients go last. How much liquid you add depends on how thick you want it. I'll add a couple of ice cubes. I'm going to set my timer to 1 minute. That's usually the amount of time most blenders take to make a smoothie. I'll press manual and then use the dial to go from speed 1 to 10. When you press manual, the speed will be displayed. It's on 1, and then it'll go up to 10 as I turn the dial. Minutes up. Since the drink is liquidy, you can use the pour spout. Not the most appetizing color, but I'll give it a taste. Everything's broken down, but it's gritty. It looks smooth, as you can see. I mean, it's drinkable, it's just you will taste the grittiness of the carrot and the kale. Of course, you can try blending longer, but 1 minute is the standard for most blenders. I can't say this enough because I know some of you have gotten cut with ninja blades, so be very careful. Grab it from the top like this. Now, I'm not saying this is bad, it's just not silky smooth. Now, you won't get silky smooth from most blenders at this price range. You'd have to pay more than double for a Vitamix or a Blendtec to get that silky smooth texture. I've got lots of tomatoes from my garden that are not quite so perfect, so I'm gonna puree them. I'll use the pulse function and show you what it would look like if you're trying to make salsa. For the pulse function, you do have to press and hold it for the blender to run. You can see there's some whole pieces, and some of the tomatoes were processed like you would for salsa. But you can see there's a big piece right here, there are 1 or 2 other pieces in here. So it's not going to be 100% even. I'll just pulse a couple of more times until it's pureed. Don't forget to take out the blade. There are no chunks, it's pureed nicely. I'll make nut butter using the Bowl. These are roasted cashew halves and pieces. 1.5 cups oil, 2 tablespoons. Use the spread function. And remember to turn the top continuously. So the nuts are stuck at the bottom here. The base is kind of a pain to pull up each time. Down here the cashews are processed and it looks like nut butter, but it didn't get to the top here, so half of it's processed. I'm just going to give it a mix and then process it again. This isn't bad. It's a little chunky. It's not perfectly smooth. So of course you can process it again to be perfectly smooth, but you can see that the nuts are pretty much broken down. There are a few pieces that are not broken down though. The paddle only comes up to here, so there was really no point in me turning it the whole time because it wasn't really doing anything to mix the cashews. The cashews were already in pieces, so I imagine it would be much harder to do almond butter when you're using whole almonds. Now I'll show you how to make pizza dough in the pitcher using Ninja's recipe. Put the dough blade in the pitcher, add warm water, yeast, and sugar. Let this sit for 5 minutes. Bubbly, you know the yeast is active. Add olive oil, then salt and all-purpose flour. Choose dough and press start. There's a tiny bit of dough here in the middle. There's nothing really stuck on the dough blade. Really soft and smooth. Put a little flour on the counter. And knead this a few times. Put a little oil in a bowl. Cover the dough and let it rise until doubled, to take about 45 minutes to an hour. Then you can make pizza. So the dough came together really nicely in the blender. It was quick and there was no stopping, scraping, nothing. It just came together in a ball. You do need quite a bit of olive oil though, more than a standard pizza recipe. The pizza dough has risen after 45 minutes. Make pizza right away or refrigerate this dough up to 3 days. It can also be wrapped well and frozen for a few weeks. Clean the pitcher or any of the cups, fill with water and a drop or two of dish soap. Use the bowl mode. With the pitcher, water should be filled to the dough max line, top of the power paddle for the NutriBowl, and halfway for the cup. The power paddle is not removable. You can keep turning it while running the bowl program for cleaning. The motor base can be wiped with a damp cloth. I filled water a little bit above the dough max and water was coming out of the spout, so make sure you don't fill more than this line. Rinse out the containers and dry. The containers, lids, and blades are dishwasher safe. I just rinsed the pitcher out and there's tiny bits of dough stuck in the corners here, so you can definitely use the brush to get that out. And that did it. The little bits did come out. So this ninja, like all ninjas, is extremely loud. It is powerful though and did a good job on most functions. The smoothie bowl was a creamy, thick consistency, just like smoothie bowl should be. If you use berries, you will feel the seeds on your tongue. With mango or pineapple, the bowl will be smooth. The fruit smoothie was perfect. The veggie smoothie was acceptable. If you want to make salsa, it's best to use a food processor for an even chop. The tomato puree was good. The dough blade worked perfectly, but you will need to use more oil for pizza dough. Cleaning is quick as long as you do it immediately after use, especially with nut butters and dough. If you leave it for later, it's just more work and time. I know people like to compare every blender to a Vitamix, but you really can't because of the price difference. This Ninja felt sturdy. The base is not large, so it won't take up too much space on your countertop. The pitcher's large, so you can make smoothies for a family at one time. If you want to get this Ninja, I've put a link right below this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and found it useful. Subscribe for more reviews, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I'm going to use the extract function. I'll just pulse a couple more times. Since this drink is liquidy, you can use the pour spout. Since this lid... Stop melting.